morning. We're still in pyjamas. It is like 10 to 8, so it's fine. It's perfectly valid to be in pyjamas. I thought I'd jump on. Toast in my mouth. And address, chat about the sock magician post that he put last night about the diversity hashtag that he came up with a year ago, apparently. I'm really bloody disappointed, actually, that he felt the need to post something like that was basically, hello, we're watching Go Jetters, that was basically akin to, like, can't we all just get back to the knitting, or love is love, or all lives matter. We get very into Go Jetters. It just, basically he was saying, hello, can we all be respectful and can we just be nice to each other? I'm like, mate, the Stonewall Pride happened because of a riot. That was not nice. That was not kind. That was not gentle. That was not respectful. Like, even if we look at one group of marginalised people, the group of marginalised people that he says he is part of, the way that LGBT, well, in that case, black transgender women made their voices heard was not a nice, kind, respectful, gentle thing. So for him to come on and tell us that, oh, stop using the my hashtag, I'm disappointed. I really like, as a person, the workshop that I took with Nathan Taylor was amazing. It was so much fun. I like him. I do not like his response that was posted on Instagram. I just don't. I think he is completely invalidating the work that so many people have done over the last 6 months. Like the whole January stuff that happened on Instagram for of racism, anti-racism and all that kind of stuff. Sorry, that trivialises it. All the stuff that happened in January didn't start happening. People didn't start notice because people were gentle and kind and respectful and quiet. They'd been all those things for years and no one was listening to them. So it had to start with a shout. It had to start with anger. It had to start with, disrespect to start with, because that's the only way these people were going to be heard. And I find it very disappointing that Nathan, who has the most massive following, felt that A, he needed to say anything, and B, that he felt that he needed to basically poke the hive. He's not unintelligent. He knew by posting that people would come out and go, mate, no, sorry. But what's most disappointing for me is the sheer number of people that came out and supported it. I'm like, guys, I know this is hard. I know this is uncomfortable. I know that we are massively being put out by having to think about how hard life is for people in marginalised group. But come on.
Mummy.
Sorry. Hello. Here's some light relief from a small blonde child who can roll her tongue and her mummy can't. I don't like it. You do though. Daddy taught you how to do that, didn't he? Hi. You don't care, do you? Okay, morning ran over. Sorry, jumping on again. I don't know why I'm saying sorry because it's my vlog. So someone else on stories, I think it's Nick Quilt Sew Stitch, who is amazing. If you're going to see her, be respectful. She oh dear, what happened? Oh dear. Oh no. Flap. Bit of a flap. Mummy will stick it back together. So Nick Quilt Sew Stitch, she put, or Nick Quilt Stitch? No. She put in her stories, and I hope she saves them, that about allyship, and actually she makes a really good point that actually you can't call yourself an ally if you're not to a marginalised group that you're not part of. You can work towards trying to be one. This is my words now. But, hello. You can work towards trying to be one, but you yourself can't say that you're an ally. It's up to a person in that marginalised group to say thank you for being an ally. They don't even have to say thank you, to be honest. If you're in this for the cupcakes and rainbows and the gratitude, you're not in it for the right reason. See, I think that's basically what I've come in to say. You work hard to be an ally to people within marginalised groups, but you yourself can't say that you are one, because that's not your place to say. Yeah? So I work hard I feel like I work to support my friends and other people within my community who are part of marginalised groups, oppressed groups, groups that are not are excluded for particular reasons like race, gender, sexual orientation, all that kind of stuff. And I can do that in my actions, I can do that in my words, I can do that in the way I live my life. Yeah. I don't need a cookie for it. It's just what I should be doing. I should be using my privilege to amplify those voices. There you go. Right. I'm watching Sarah. She's watching Sarah Duck, and I get distracted by it because actually it's a really sweet little program. Okay, I'm going now. I'm sweaty. Look at that. Oh, we worked hard. So hard that my arm might start shaking in a minute. Hello. I'm being fed raisins. It's nice. Hello. How you doing? This one, I hope, has been good for Daddy. He's now in a meeting, so... yeah. I love the fact that he works from home and that I can go to the gym, and even when it's summer holidays, but I know it puts him out, so I don't know if I'll be able to do it a lot. But my PT is quite flexible about timings and stuff like that, so it's good. He's got a cold, which I think I might have given him. Whoops. Yeah, so sweatiness. Thank you. Watching Sarah and Duck again. This one's feeling a bit quiet today, which is a bit sad. So we'll see. We need to go and do the food shop at some point, but I want to have a shower first, because look at this. Yeah. I'm a sweaty mess. It's good, it means I worked hard. So tomorrow's going to be more cardio, I think. So we're sitting down watching Sarah and Duck. She's eating raisins. I'm adding a bit more into Stash of Shells. Clue 3. And then we're going to write a shopping list. Mummy's going to have a shower. And then we are going to go shopping. We might even have lunch in the cafe. Maybe. We'll see. I haven't decided yet. Thank you. She's been very generous with her raisins today. It's good. Right. Raisin in teeth. I'll do what we bought when we've come back from shopping. Oh, hello. What's happened there? Oh dear. And then we might go to the museum later. Maybe. I had hoped we'd spend a bit more time in the garden while it's been nice weather, but we've reached peak noise over this end of the building site. You could probably hear them, to be honest. Actually, no, I'm on my phone. You won't be able to hear them. I always have to turn the volume up on my phone when I record it, because compared to my camera, the microphone is not as powerful. So, anyway, I promise I'm not just sat on this sofa all the time. I promise. Another evening, another guide uniform. Was that 3 days in a row? Yeah, it really is, isn't it? So, I think the last you saw was us having lunch. Yeah, I'm actually on my camera this time. The rest of it I've just filmed on my phone today. It's been one of those days. Early start, pollen, and a not very happy kid. So yeah, I haven't really vlogged very much today. We went shopping after we had lunch. Went to Sainsbury's, did a kind of moderately large food shop, and she was just not happy going around, like constantly wanted to be picked up, and then we drove home, and as we were about to back into the driveway, she burst into tears, went, "No home," and I was like, "You okay?" She was like, "Sleepy." So, and she rarely ever asks for a nap anymore because she just doesn't. She dropped her nap at like her last nap ages ago, but will sleep in the car like for long journeys and stuff. Yeah, and I drove around the block again. She just fell asleep for like an hour in the car. So I sat on the driveway. I actually had a little kip as well. It was quite nice. Until the car got, like, I opened the windows. I started off with the engine still running and the aircon blasting. And then I was like, no, I'm quite tired as well, so I had a little kip. But I turned the engine off obviously, and opened the windows, and yeah, when it got unbearably hot, I woke up and decided that actually, yeah, let's go in. So yeah, and then she's just been quite subdued since, not really wanting to do anything other than sit and cuddle and watch TV, so it's been a bit of a heavy screen day really today. And then she perked up kind of later in the evening, and then because Chris's arm, I'm going to change arms. Chris's arm actually is still quite sore from the injection yesterday. He struggled doing bath time yesterday on his own, so we kind of shifted up the routine. So she had an early bath and a pyjama party with Daddy while Mummy went to Brownies. So her routine was a little bit out of whack today, but it was quite nice just sitting and chatting and on an early bath with a not very tired small person. So anyway, I've just been to Brownies, normal Brownies this time. We had the coding robots, these tiny little spheres you control with Kindles, Kindle Fires, and the county owns them and has a team of people that they've trained up, leaders that have trained up to kind of take this set of robots round, and it was so much fun just watching the girls like starting to get to grips with programming and trying to maneuver these little balls around. It was really cool. I'll see if I can work out how to blur out the faces. I'll pop a couple of pictures up so you can see what they were doing. Yeah, it was really cool, really cool. And it's one of the things that's not on the programme. Yeah, so next week with the girls, we're going to the guides. We try and pop over to the guides once a term, and we try and invite them over once a term as well. So it kind of just gets my girls used to the next stage, because that's where, actually all of girl guiding, sorry, my arm is aching. Girl guiding does lose most of its members between Brownies and guides. And for me, that's where I switched off as well as a child. I went to Brownies, loved Brownies, went to guides, hated it. I was not well prepared for the jump between being the oldest in my brownie unit to being very much the youngest in my guide unit. Like it's a tough age range, 10 to 14, which is guide. So you go in as a 10-year-old, top of your primary school, you're getting a bit of an attitude, you kind of think you're the bee's knees, and then you get into this 14-year-old girls who are like, they've all got their periods and they're starting to have boyfriends and they've got proper attitudes, and yeah, so it's hard. So we try, in particular the closest unit geographically to us, we try and have at least 2 if not 3 meetups a year, where so it means that I can prepare the girls, my girls, for going up to the next stage, and it means we hopefully don't lose so many. So yeah, anyway, it was a nice evening. I'm now cooking pasta. Garlic bread's just gone in the oven. We are having easy dinner, filled pasta and sauce. We're gonna have just tomato and basil sauce. I do make my own pasta sauce as well from like getting old vegetables, but I decided to just buy that tonight. So yes, and cider. This stuff is really nice. It's called Scully. It's South African, I think. Yeah, and they do lots of kind of empowering people, local people and stuff. This is the pink apples version, this red one, but they do a Cox, I think they do a Cox one, or is it a Granny Smith one? And then they also do, no, so yellow one's Cox, green one's Granny Smith. That's really nice. I really like the pink one. Anyway, I'm gonna go cook. There's a woodpecker in my garden. I repeat, there is a woodpecker in my garden. Oh, he's flipping gorgeous. Oh, thanks, love. And gone. I've just realised something. There are 2 things I've forgotten to do. Opening my advent video. Wow, I look really red. It's quite warm. Anyway, there's 2 things I haven't done. One, I haven't opened my minis for the last couple of days, and I did get the small person to open them on camera earlier, and it was just a bit of a car crash, so I'm not going to show you that, but I'll show you the minis up until today, probably tomorrow morning when there's better light. And I haven't drawn the winner of my woolen giveaway, so I'm going to do that now. So I'm on my Ravelry group right now, because I have a Ravelry group, guys. And there are 10 posts in the woolen souvenirs thread. I am now going to lock it. No, I'll lock it in a minute. I actually don't know how to do that. I'll do it in a minute. So there were 10 posts. The first one is me, so I am going to ask the person on my phone to pick a random number. Hey Siri, pick a random number between 2 and 10.
A random number between 2 and 10 is 8.
Number 8. So, post 8 is... It's Melanie. Melanie's won something from me before. At least I think she has. Yeah, I swear she won my last giveaway. Brilliant. Or one of the winners of my last giveaway. Anyway, so Melanie says, I've never been to Ireland. So I asked, the question I asked was, if you've been to Ireland, where's your favourite place? If you haven't been to Ireland, where would you like to visit? I would be happy to see any part of it as long as there was sheep and whiskey. The sheep for me, the whiskey for my husband. Love it. So, Melanie, I'm going to message you on... I think it's Melanie. She's M. Hollis. Yeah. I'm gonna message you on Ravelry right now and say that you won. And I think I've got your address, but I'll probably ask you to confirm it again. You get the little project bag and the little bits of yarn and the Isolde sticker and the stitch markers, and I can't even remember what else was in there. Oh, and the souvenir skein tag from New. I think that's my favourite bit in the entire parcel. But I will get in touch with you and we will organise for me to send it to you in North Carolina. Yes. Am I right in saying you're North Carolina? I think you're North Carolina. Anyway, Either way, I'm sending it to the US. So yes, I am currently still working on Clue 3 of Stash of Shells. I am watching the lovely Sharon of the SCR1TNO Knitting Project podcast. This was her last week, so episode 24 episode. Yes, Sharon, I don't know why your podcast is called the way it is. Can you like put a comment below to tell me why SCR1TNO? Because I'm curious. Right, I am literally, I'm done in, and it's 20 to 10, and I am going to make sure I am in bed by 10. I still haven't finished the edit for yesterday. I was hoping I'd get up a bit earlier than everyone else, but the small person woke me up at 5:45, so yeah. But I have a free evening tomorrow. Yes. So hopefully I'll be able to get a decent night's sleep tonight, and I'll actually be able to concentrate on sitting at my computer and editing. It's not because my vlogs are about 15 minutes, so actually in total it's about 30 minutes of footage, so it doesn't take me that long, but I like to watch through at least twice to make sure I've not left in anything that's ridiculous. And then like adding in the subtitles when I'm confirming something when I go. And I'm putting different music in this time as well, for the next 2 more days. I think I am doing it. 3 more days? Yeah, 3 more days including this one. And then I'll do a little poll. Today's will be a bit longer as well because of my sock magician rant this morning. There's been some quite interesting, not retractions, but kind of people going, oh, that's how some people took it. Oh crap. There's been quite a lot of that today, which is, it's nice. I am incredibly proud, weirdly, of those people who have taken the time to say, all right, people have brought me up on it. Okay, totally get it. I'm sorry. Sounded so Kent then, sorry. And that's been quite refreshing. Because it was, who's the best? A lot of people screen grab the original because it's not up anymore, the original post, because he edited it. But a lot of people screen grabbed it, and I'm assuming we'll save it to their story, to their highlights, and put it on stories. But there's been a lot of people that have kind of shared it and gone, this is why this is not good, and have actually done a lot of educating and a lot of emotional labour today. Katie from Geordie Knits, she put up a really good post. Like, we were talking this morning, and she was saying that she hadn't been able to knit one stitch yesterday because she just was so angry. And she put a really, really, really astute post up that was saying, like, this is me as a white, privileged woman being so exasperated, exhausted, frustrated about it that I couldn't knit. And for a lot of us, that's our way of relaxing. That's our way of ending the day, starting the day. Our happy place is our craft. And for her to say that she couldn't knit one stitch is quite a big thing. And then she made the point of, and I'm white and privileged. Imagine how I would be feeling if I was BIPOC, if I was part of a marginalised group. This would be constant. This would be my life. And I thought that was a very sensitive point to make. And then Lisa is Lisa Raspberry Crochet, and is probably my best soundboard leveler when it comes to all of this stuff. She's been working so hard on learning, and honestly she puts a lot of us to shame with the amount of stuff that she's been taking on board and getting involved in, and like being one of those white privileged people that actually goes, no, I've spotted that this is a troublesome post. I'm going to get in there before my BIPOC friends have to expel any more emotional labour. Anyway, but Lisa commented and just went, oh, a lot of people are going to have to find a new sock recipe, and I went, fuck. Which is totally stupid and totally privileged of me, but I really enjoy that this toe-up sock recipe. Anyway, right, I'm signing off. This one is going. I think this one is going to be a bit of a longer one to my usual kind of 15 minutes that tend to be the vlogs. But yes, I've got one more colour of the very middle section to go, and then another colour of Clue 3, and then I'm ready for Friday. So yes, tomorrow is Wednesday. I've got personal training in the morning again. Tomorrow we're doing more cardio. Today we did a lot of strength training on my legs and my arms. My right knee is buggered. It all stems from, I swear I've talked about this on the podcast before, but it all stems from I've had a part of my nerve in one of my toes cut out. It was cut out in 2014? Yes, 2014. General anaesthetic, quite a big operation. Again, Bupa. So we were at the hospital that I actually had it done at the hospital that we were at yesterday for Chris's injection. Day surgery, so it was fine, but it was still general. But yeah, I had something called a Morton's neuroma in my foot, which predominantly women get, and it's exacerbated by things like wearing high heels and shoes that are inappropriate for you, which women are very bad at doing, because fashion, and I noticed it getting worse when I used to do dancing. I used to do a dance class called Ciroc, and you wear dance shoes which have heels, so I shortened my heels to little Cuban heel sandals, and that kind of helped, but you do a lot of it on your toes and and it just exacerbated it. Got a few steroid injections in that area, and they lasted for a little bit, but it wasn't a lasting effect. It didn't help to heal, so I got it cut out. But because I've had issues on my right side for so long, and I was kind of compensating for the pain in my right foot by walking more on my I was wonky, basically, but it's had lasting issues on my whole right side. So my pelvis is tilted. I have issues with my hip sometimes. I have massive issues with my knee at the moment. I don't think pregnancy helped with that. And having the relaxin, yeah, that's the hormone that allows your pelvis to open and push a child out. And partly, I think, due to our kind of natural term breastfeeding, I've had that hormone in my body for a lot longer than a lot of people. So it's meant that my joints would kind of twist out of place a lot more easily. It also meant that my osteopath could, two osteopaths, one of them is my brother-in-law, hi Jim, would always comment that it was easy to pop me back into place after I gave birth. But it has meant that I'm kind of wonky, and I'm hopefully seeing a physio at the end of July for my knee. But long story short, my new PT, Sean, is helping me work on strengthening that leg up again. So I went to see a diagnostic physio who then referred me to regular physios in April, and he says that basically my right hand quad just doesn't do any work. It's a lazy quad. So that's the muscle that runs down the front of your thigh. So what Sean and I are doing is building up the strength in my right leg while still maintaining the strength in my left leg, as well as overall fitness as well. But for me, it's about getting that stability back and getting that strength back in my leg. And then I also do bar fitness on a Thursday, which Amelia's coming with me on Thursday, and we'll see if she'll sit nicely for 45 minutes with her iPad. And that, again, that's quite a lot of leg strengthening work. So I'm trying desperately to get my get my legs back to what they should do. And obviously losing weight is going to help with that, so I do need to get back on that, really. It's been an interesting road with my weight loss, or weight gain, actually, as the case may be right now. But yeah, so we'll do a bit more cardio tomorrow, because, crux of the thing, one of my aims for the next year is that I want to take part in the super sprint of the Blenheim Triathlon at the end of May next year. Now the super sprint is the small version of the triathlon, so it's only 5k run, 750, so I don't even think it's that, 700 metre swim, and an 11km ride. It's still a lot, but because I've set myself quite a long time frame, I've got now 10 months until, over 10 months until it happens. So we're building up my strength again, and then we're working towards being able to run. Running is the main thing. Cycling and swimming I can do. My stamina's not great, but that can be solved pretty easily. It's the running. I've always been quite susceptible to things like shin splints and stuff like that, so we're trying as hard as we can to kind of build up my jogging and running as well over the next 10 months. So yes, that being said, all of that, tomorrow is cardio day. Cardio and core. So I think we do, his plan is that we do strength training on my arms and legs one session, and then we do cardio and core on another one. So yes, I like him. He's fun. He's quiet, but I like him. It means I can talk at him and my hair's all coming out. Right, I am going to, I might just go to bed. I think I might take my iPad and go and sit in bed with the rest with my crochet and watch the rest of Sharon's podcast, and then I'm on to July vlogs because I've got Grace's. I've got YouTube on my TV. It's amazing. Sorry, Sharon. There's the gorgeous Sharon, and then when I'm on the pause screen, it'll show me what's coming next. So it's really quite cool. Anyway, there we go. I am going to go to bed, so I'm signing off. I'll see you tomorrow. Yes, tomorrow, because I'm still vlogging. Yes. Oh my God.